Hey everybody, this week our verses are verses 19 and 20 of Matthew chapter 6. And so this week I have a little story to tell you. So use your imagination if you need to close your eyes to envision this. The more vividly you imagine this, the better this is going to work. So picture yourself going to a gym, like a gymnasium, not the workout gym, but like a gym, like the church gym, maybe a school gym, but just a regular old gym with basketball goals and bleachers and everything. And so you go to this gym and you decide to play basketball and you do a layup, a perfect layup. Surely you all know what a layup is. I am so far from a basketball player at 5'1.5". Basketball was never my forte, but a layup, okay? So you do a layup and it's perfect, but it just barely touches the back of the backboard and it shatters. Like, have you ever seen somebody do like a slam dunk and it shatters? So that's what happens. And then you're like, that's weird. I only did a layup and it shattered. But it shatters and all that glass, plexiglass goes down to the floor and you look and it's diamonds. It's actually made of diamonds. So now there's hundreds and thousands of diamonds, big, small, all shapes, all sizes of diamonds on the gym floor. And you look closely to make sure that they're really diamonds and not just pieces of glass. And you notice that the gym floor is a big map of the earth. So just think of a map like a globe, but just stretched out flat on the bottom of the gym floor. So you're like, wow, this is so weird. And you're just trying to comprehend everything, so you decide to go sit down on the bleachers, just try to figure out what has just happened. And the bleachers are white, and you sit down, and when you sit down, a bunch of moths, like the bleachers are covered in moths, and you didn't realize it before you sat down, but when you sat down, they just all fly and flutter around, and just moths everywhere. So hear the flutter, feel the little breeze they make, they're everywhere. And then bleachers collapse, and you fall on the floor, and you're like, can this get any more crazy? And you look over to see why they collapsed, and the legs were rusted. They were so rusted that they gave way. All right? And then as you're on the floor, your bottom's hurting, your mind is like exploding because this is so weird. You look back over to the diamonds, and there is a cartoon burglar. So like actually see the little cartoon man in the real scene, like, you know, the burglars, like with the striped, black and white striped shirt, he's got the little mask on and he's like usually hunched over and he's carrying a little black bag. So there's a burglar in the gym and he has gathered up in that quick of time all the diamonds into his black bag and he's like popping them out the door, stealing them. Okay, that's the story. How's that going to help us on our verse? Here's our verse. Let me get my paper, because I don't know this one just quite yet. Do not, so you just got to remember to put the negative in front of it. Do not lay up, so you were doing a layup, for yourselves treasures. The diamonds were treasures on earth. The map on the gym floor was the earth. Where moths were on the bleachers, and then the bleachers fell because they were so rusted. Where moth and rust destroy. The rust had destroyed the legs of the bleachers. And then you look back, and what'd you see at the diamonds? The little thief, where thieves break in and steal. Okay, easy enough. That's verse 19. And then guess what 20 is? 20 is the exact same thing. You just have to take the negatives out. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. So now not in earth. So you just have to change the one word, earth to heaven, and then the negatives. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. So it's the exact same wording, just with heaven and earth changed and the negatives flipped around. So pretty easy this week, these two verses, which I think we deserve an easy week. So if you think of the little story, the gym, the layup, treasure, the diamonds are the treasure on the earth, moths and rust destroy, and thieves steal. So I hope that helped you this week. I'm trying to keep it short, so have a wonderful week. Super proud of you. Keep going on your Bible memory. You're doing great.